Hello everyone, this is our hypnosis, so I'd like you to just take in a couple of deep breaths for me, just settle into your space wherever you are, just closing the eyes, or if you wish to, just find a focal point on the wall, just slightly above eye level, and keep your eyes focused on that point as I count you backwards from 5 to 0. You just may find that if your eyes aren't already closed, that your eyelids become heavy, very droopy and drowsy, and you just want to let them close anyway. So just taking in a couple of deep breaths, bringing your attention to your body, bringing your attention to your breath, and then bring your attention back up to your eyelids. And just notice what you notice about how they feel as you concentrate on 5 for me. Just allowing the 5 to float into your thoughts. And notice. Whatever you notice about the 4 as it just simply melts away in your mind there. Dropping down from 4. You may find that the 4 dissolves further still, down to 3. At 3, your eyelids are very heavy, droopy, drowsy. It's as if they just simply don't want to work anymore. And the 3 dissolves from your mind as you drop down to 2. At 2, the breath becomes deeper, more peaceful, more gentle somehow. As the 2 just simply melts there. The muscles in your arms, your neck, your shoulders just seem to melt with the 2 as you drop down deeper still to 1. At 1, you simply breathe deeply, pausing peacefully and allowing the stillness of 1 as it melts there in front of you. You somehow melt into that relaxed space even more. As you drop down to 0 now, at 0, nothing really bothers you, nothing really matters anymore. The 0 may even expand to a life-size 0, like an empty space, nothing inside the 0, nothing inside the 0 at all. Just simply you and peace. The most peaceful thing, the most peaceful place you've ever imagined in your mind. As you go deeply into the 0 now, sinking deeper. And just notice what you notice about your body. Notice what you notice about your breathing. And because the subconscious mind is cleverer than you think, it knows somehow how to relax you even more right now, how to calm you even more right now, as you echo that count from 5 down to 0 in your own mind, in that drowsy daydream voice that speaks to you in a kind and compassionate way. 5. Down to 4, you're doing fine. 3, melting still. 2, 1, 0. You're doing great. And in your mind's eye, you may find a resting place wherever you are. It's very peaceful, very calm, very still. And as you're there and focused on that, you can notice what you notice about everything or nothing. It doesn't really matter. Can you not? Yes, you can. I'd like you to imagine something for me. I'd like you to scan your body with your mind's eye. And I'd like you to imagine, sense, pretend somehow that if there are any unhealthy cravings for certain foods or certain food groups, any unhealthy cravings that have been stored somewhere in your mind, in your cells, or in your body, there's an image of those foods, those food groups, somewhere in your body. For some people, it might be the brain. For other people, there may be a craving in the liver or the kidney, the pancreas or the heart. For some people it might simply be on the surface of the skin, somewhere in your mind, in your body, in the cells of your being. There is a symbol of the cravings for the foods or food groups that are most challenging for you. And I'd like you to find, sense, experience, pretend if you must. You just know, the subconscious mind knows where the symbol, the image of that food or that food group that is challenging to you. Find where it is now, just scanning the body with your mind's eye, and just notice. There might be more than one. There might be more than one image in the mind or the body or the cells of those challenging foods or food groups. And I'd like you to just settle on one for now, getting an image clearly in your mind, a sensation of what that food or food group feels like, the craving, what it feels like where it is. For some people it might be a heaviness in an area of the body. For other people it might be a very clear image of the food or food group itself. For some people there's just a knowing, a sense that you know where your body is seeking, craving, holding on to that food or food group. And when you find one to settle on, I'd like you to imagine, sense, experience that you can count from 5 down to 0 in your mind. And as you do this, the drowsy daydream voice that you use inside will simply help that image, that sensation, that attachment to that food or food group dissolve by half, by 50% already. Just counting backwards in your mind, and you'll notice somehow that the image, the sensation, the sense that that attachment is there will halve by the time you reach 0, 5. Shrinking it down, melting it down, 4. Back in control, 3. You're doing fine, perfect in every way, 2. Smaller, softer, fading out, 1 and 0. Back in control. Half the attachment, half the connection, half the craving. It's already halved, and you can do so even more. In fact, as you count from 5 to 0 in your own mind right now, you can halve the current attachment once more. And you can continue to count backwards from 5 to 0, and each time you do, you will halve the level of the attachment, the connection or the intensity of the image, and the image will simply fade out, soften, disappear. The attachment will simply fade out, soften and disappear. The connection, the craving, the desire for that issue, for that challenging food or food group will simply dissolve to a sub-zero level, to nothing, 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 nothing really matters anymore. So continue in your own mind as I stop speaking for a few moments, just dissolving that now. That's right. Your subconscious mind will know exactly how many times you need to count backwards. And each time you reach 0, you will halve the level of intensity until you reach a sub-zero level. Do so now. That's right. You're doing great. Perfect in every way. And you know I know, and your subconscious mind knows. From today and permanently into the future, whenever you have a craving or a desire for a specific food or food group, you can simply close your eyes and scan your body using your mind's eye. Your subconscious mind knows more than you think it knows. And you'll find an image that is attached to that food or food group. You'll find a sensation in the body or in the mind or somewhere else. Somehow your subconscious mind will tell you where it is. You'll just simply know. And just by counting backwards from 5 down to 0, with each backward count, you will halve the intensity, halve the attachment, halve the craving, halve the desire. And you'll continue to do so until you dissolve it to a sub-zero level, until the craving, the attachment for that food or food group simply dissolves and disappears. Switching it off, just like that, change happens. Switching it off, just like that, change happens. Switching it off, the craving, the attachment to that food or food group, switching off now. And in your own time. You can count from 0 back up to 5. At 5, you'll open your eyes. You'll come back to your space, feeling refreshed, feeling fine, knowing you are in control.